Hey everybody, it's Jang here with a look at a set called the Hover Scout. This came out in 1999 as part of the Rock Raiders theme and came with 40 pieces. This portion here is what gives the set the name. This is the Hover Scout, so it's the Hover Scout vehicle and it has a Scout on it. The minifigure is a Scout using the Scout vehicle. Anyway, you see what it is. It's a little spacecraft sort of thing, and this seems like an outer space theme, you know, something that would be up just surveying the terrain of some unknown planet. Well, kind of, except it's going underground is the thing with this one. It's not going across the surface of some planet, so that's why she has to have the major breathing apparatus on there, because there are unknown fumes and such down in these unexplored caverns. This was back in the days when they still had the turquoise color, or the bright blue-green color, as you can see with this piece that I call a microscope sort of piece. So, you know, pretty straightforward build overall. Not a lot of pieces used on the thing. You got your AT-AT walker foot used there basically, and old grays, right? Old original dark gray, old original light gray. Let's take a look at the other major assembly in the set. This is kind of a micro-sized little command post, just a little thing that has a single printed piece on it, again in that turquoise color, and it's a little bit tough to make out what you're seeing there, but that is an exclusive print for this theme. And it's got a little panel up on the top. Looks like it's probably going to be doing some analysis of the crystal that was found down there underground. You got some tools, some minifigure tools to work with, of course. This is the most interesting one to me, just because it's made out of multiple pieces, and again has kind of that very space inspired kind of look to it. And again, old gray parts. Now, I did get this set used, obviously. I got it on eBay, but unfortunately there is one issue with it. I did want to be sure to point out. Fortunately, I did get the original instructions, so I can show you that. The lever pieces are wrong, right? They're backwards. They should have black bases and yellow actual levers, so that's just the wrong piece that's been substituted in. Here's a closer look at the minifigure. That headgear piece is pretty interesting to me. Or helmet, breathing apparatus, whatever you want to call it. I like the shaping on it. I like the mold. It does have two spots where you can attach things to it. You've got the stud basically on the front with a peg-sized hollow opening there. Stud on the back, again, peg-sized hollow opening. Not full depth, but just a normal stud depth. Also has the two mini-sized peg openings on the top that just a handful of small things can fit into. Does get very bulky very quickly if you try to add things onto this in custom ways, but still an interesting piece to me. Also has the Star Wars style binoculars included there. I like the print on the torso as well, and things continue to be interesting when you take the headpiece off, or the headgear off, for its day, and even to this day. I feel like that's a really good, useful face print. It has some personality to it. You know, it has a little bit of realism to it with different eyes, the lips, and the way the hair is done. I feel like it kind of bridges the most modern style with the original old style of heads. So I feel like it fits into a lot of scenes of a lot of different ages. Also has the microphone on there, the boom style microphone. So a really good minifigure, I'd say. Now, one last thing to cover that has to do with the instructions. I was very happy to find this back here on the last page. They do suggest, even though it's such a small set, they do suggest alternate builds. Yeah, I always appreciate that. Always appreciate that very much. Look, they were able to make kind of a robot using the microscope style piece as the body of it, using just the pieces from this set. Here's a little bit more of an expanded home base, and this is a more expanded Hover Scout that's actually got a robot arm with a drill on it. That's all just made with pieces from this set. I think that's really cool. I like this one, and I also like that. Too bad you can't make both at the same time, but I appreciate that they were still suggesting that you do different things at this time. There you go, 1999 right there. So overall, in my opinion, a very nice set for a small little one. Definitely has just so much of that classic space feel to it, and that's probably why I like it more than I should. You know, it's really simple, but I think that it does a good job for what it's trying to be and for the number of pieces included in the set. Please do share your thoughts about this down in the comments section, and I'm going to go work on my next video, so I'll be talking to you again very soon. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.